Now we are going to discuss about nature of marketing. Marketing traditionally meant activities by which an organization communicates, connects, and engages its target audience to convey the value and ultimately sell its products and services. Okay, so in olden definitions, marketing is defined as it is an organization, they can communicate about the products, they can connect with the people, and they can engage the target audience, and they can create the value and convey the value to the customers. Ultimately, they want to sell the products and services to the final consumers. That is their motto. Okay, so however, because of the digital marketing, the nature of marketing also changed. The following attributes of marketing reflects changing nature of marketing. What are the important characteristics of marketing? It is customer-centric, managerial function, a dynamic process, economic function, science and art, continuous process, value-driven, goal-oriented. These are the important characteristics of marketing. So the nature of marketing or characteristics of marketing gives, it is always customer-centric. Okay, so the reason why we are calling it as marketing as the customer-centric, because based on customers' demand, or based on customer wants, or based on customer needs, the organization, they are going to produce the goods or services. So, based on customer requirements, it may be their needs or demands or wants, whatever may be the case. Based on the customer's expectations, the organization, they are going to produce the products. That is the reason it is called as customer-centric. So whenever any organization, they wants to produce any goods or services, first of all, they will keep it in their minds, customer is the king of the market. So they want to fulfill the requirements of the customers, or they need to satisfy the customer expectations. So accordingly, they have to produce the products. So that is the reason it is called as customer-centric. Second one, managerial function. So managerial functions we know very well: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, control. Okay, so the managerial functions is very well known by everyone, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and control. So here in marketing also we can call it as it is the managerial function. Let's see. First of all, if you want to produce any products, you should have certain plan in your mind how you are going to produce the products, how you are going to market the products to the consumers. So proper planning should be there. Proper planning in terms of getting the raw material, in terms of producing the material or goods or services, then how you are going to deliver the services, everything. So planning is very, very important in marketing. Second one, organizing. So organizing is nothing but how you are going to organize each and every activities in a sequential manner. So in general, organizing is nothing but the way how you are going to organize the various activities in a sequential manner. That is called organizing. So in marketing also, each and every activity is sequentially related with the other activities. For example, if you are going to produce any products, first thing you have to conduct the market survey. That is market research you have to conduct. So based on the market research, you can identify what is customer needs, what is their wants, what is their interest, that you can identify. Then based on the customer requirements, you can procure the raw materials. Then you can start production. Even after production, you should follow how you are going to market the products in the minds of the customer. So it follows a sequential of various activities, interrelated activities. That is why marketing is called as one of the managerial functions. Okay, so planning it is performing, organizing also it is performing. Then third one, staffing. Staffing is nothing but appointing right person for the right place. Okay, so in the marketing itself, there are different departments are there under the marketing. So there are certain people required in order to conduct the market research. There are certain people they required in order to analyze this research. There are certain people required to identify the consumer behavior. Okay, there are certain people required to assess the customer's expectations. So each and every place you have to appoint the right person for the right place. It may be either marketing manager or the sales manager, or under the marketing manager as well as sales manager, you can appoint the various employees. That is why staffing also performed here. So planning is over, organizing is over, staffing is over. Then directing. So directing is nothing but you can give the directions to perform the particular activities. So here marketing will gives the correct directions to the organization, how they have to produce the products, in what way they are going to deliver the products or services to the consumers. That directions will be given by marketing. The last one, control. So control is nothing but you have to set the standards and you can measure the actual performance and compare the actual performance with the standards. If it is any deviations are there, we have to take the control measurements. So marketing will be helping in the way of controlling the various activities. Okay, so this marketing will be, I said, the marketing will first identify the consumer's needs as well as wants, and based on that only they are going to give the directions to the company or the organizations in order to procure the raw materials. Okay, so like that. So there are various functions will be performed by marketing. That is why it is called as managerial function. So managerial functions includes planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Then third one, dynamic process. So dynamic process is nothing but based on the changes in the environment or flexible to the changes in the environment. So how it is called as dynamic process? Marketing is called as dynamic process because marketing starts with the customer's expectations. Based on the customer expectations, you are going to change your marketing activities. You are going to change your production activities. So there are various activities will be influenced by the outside environment. So any change in the environment, that is in the market, any changes in the market, it will directly influence the marketing activities. So here the consumer's taste and preferences will be influenced by various factors. It may be the religious wise, or it may be the community wise, or it may be the certain people's belief, or their norms, or their values will influence the marketing activities. Okay, so that is why it is called as dynamic process. So whatever the changes are there in the environment, that is outside organization. So based on the changes in the environmental adjustment, even the marketing also cooperate with that. That is why it is called as dynamic process. Then fourth one, economic function. So economic function is nothing but the functions of exchange. So this economic functions of marketing, it includes the functions of exchange. So these functions of exchange, how it deals? It deals with the help of demand and supply. So what is the demand is there in the market? Based on that only you are going to get the supply of products in the market. If there is a demand and if there is a supply of products, then the marketing people enjoy the benefits in terms of financial. If there is no demand in the market and the supply of the products are there, then the organizations, they won't enjoy the profit. And both supply as well as demand will be interconnected with the monetary terms, that is called profit. That is the reason marketing is called as economic function. Fifth one, science and art. What is the reason marketing is called as science and art? The reason here, marketing is called as science because marketing takes the help from the various social sciences. Like it may take the help from statistics, it may take the help from economics, and it again take the help from other various sciences. It may be the information technology or any other things. Okay, so marketing get the help from the various social sciences in terms of to assess the customer data. Information technology plays an important role. To know the consumer behavior, psychology is very important. So like that, marketing will be getting the help from the various social sciences. That is why it is called as science. At the same time, it is called as art. Because this marketing will be conveying or promoting to the consumers about their particular products. The way how it is going to convey the consumers in order to motivate them to buy a particular product. That is called art. The way how they are going to convince the people to buy a particular product. So, marketing is called as science and art. Next one, it is called continuous process. Marketing is called as continuous process. Yes, obviously it is called as continuous process because it will start with identifying the needs of the customer. After identification of needs of the customer, immediately it will see the raw material availability in order to produce the particular goods. Then, once goods will be produced, then it will take the help from the other process in the way of how that particular product details will be communicated with the consumers. So before production as well as after production, the marketing plays a vital role. Even after sale of the product also, the marketing has to provide the after sales service. That means if the product is not performed well or it is not satisfied with the customer's expectations, then they have to resolve that issues. That is why it is called as continuous process. So before the productions, during the time of productions, and after the production, there is a sequence of activities should be performed. The next point, value driven. So marketing will create the value for the customers to buy a product. So it will create the value in the form of branded products. So most of the customers in today's scenario, they may think that if you are going to buy a branded item, then it will create the value for the customer. Or if you are going to spend huge amount in order to buy a product, they may think that it will create the value for the customers in the society. Or value in terms of meeting the customer's expectations. Suppose the customer has certain expectations in their mind, and after purchasing the products, what the product is actually performing. If both the things meet or both the things are equal, then the customer may feel that it creates the value. So before going to buy a particular product, as a customer, they have certain expectations about the particular products in his mind, in his or her mind. Then, after purchasing the product, they will see the performance of the products. If the performance of the product is satisfying the customer's expectations, then the customer may feel that what is the amount he spent in order to get the products. That creates the value for them. That is called value driven. The next point, goal oriented. Marketing always it is goal oriented. That means marketing always have certain target. Okay, that means how it is going to satisfy the customer's expectations and how much sales you are going to do during the particular year or the particular month or particular week. So that is the reason marketing is called as goal-oriented. So even in the sales managers, they have certain target they have to complete within the stipulated period of time. That means in terms of the sales quantity of the products per year. For example, okay, if you are working in the car manufacturing company, okay, or you are working in any of the car agency. So particular month or particular year, you have to sell at least minimum this much of cars. So that is called as goal oriented. So these are the important characteristics of that for marketing. First one, customer centric. Second one, managerial function. Third one, dynamic process. Fourth one, economic function. Fifth one, science and art. Next one, continuous process. Next one, value driven. And the last one, goal oriented. Okay, so few more points are included under the nature of marketing. Exchange is the essence of marketing. So in the marketing, exchange takes place. So whatever the organization is going to sell the products, for that they are going to get something in return in terms of monetary. So that is what is called as exchange is the essence of marketing. So seller has to sell something to the buyer and buyer has to pay certain value in terms of return to the seller. Then marketing starts and ends with the customers or consumers. Obviously, marketing starts and ends with the customer only because the customer only gives their ideas. Okay, that is why I said before going to start any production of any goods, what as the marketing people has to do? They have to conduct the market research. Through market research, they have to identify what customer actually expecting. Based on their customer expectations only, they are going to produce the products. So before production, customer plays a vital role. Same way, after production, the customer is going to buy the products. And you have to see the customer's behavior, whether the customers will be fully satisfied with the products or not. If the customer is not satisfied with the products, then you have to take measures in order to rectify the particular problems. Okay, that is the reason we will call it as marketing starts and ends with the customers. So before production, customer plays a vital role. After production also, the products will be going to purchase or the consumed by the customers only. So it starts and ends with the customers. So in modern marketing, precedes and succeeds the production. Okay, same thing before production as well as after productions. Marketing will start before the production as well as after production also. So before productions, you are going to connect the market research. Through the market research, you are going to identify what the customer actually expecting. And based on the customer expectations, you are going to produce the products. And succeeds the productions. Even after productions, marketing takes place. The way how you are going to convince the customer to buy the products. Okay, so the another nature is it is being profit maximization through satisfaction of human needs. So marketing main nature will be profit maximization through the satisfaction of consumer needs. Okay, so it is the guiding element of business. That is, it tells what, when, how to produce, like that. That is why it is called as capable of guiding and controlling the business activities. And it is called as a system. So in general, system is nothing but it should have certain input, then process, then output. Same way in the marketing also, we have the input. So input in terms of the customer's opinion, what the customer is expecting from the organization. So the customer's expectations will be the input. Based on the customer's expectations, we'll be going to procure the raw material. We'll see the supply of the raw materials are there, and based on the availability of supply of raw material, you are going to procure the raw material. So the raw material, the information about the customers and customers' expectations, these are all called as input. And based on the given input, we are going to process it. The marketing is going to process it. That means based on customer expectations, based on the availability of raw materials, they are going to start for the production. Once production done, the finished products will be sold to the final consumer. So the output will be customer satisfaction. Okay, so marketing acts as a system. It includes certain input and it processes it, and that is the output is there. That is what is called as system. So it is a process, that is series of interrelated functions. There are various functions are involved here. That's all about nature of marketing.